नमः इष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरूपस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. So before we get into today's class, okay, I would like to know what was the last session's recap. Like, what did we discuss last session?
Ravan asks Marichi to become a form of a deer and makes a plan to kidnap Sita.
Very good. Okay, what else?
And Dushan one, Surpanakha.
Correct.
Surpanakha's nose gets cut and she'll call his her two cousins. Kara and Dusana.
Yeah, what were the two cousins' name? Remember anyone?
Kara and Dusana.
Very good. Kara and Dusana. Okay, and then there would be a war between both of them. Right? So how many demonic army were there? Like how many Rakshasa army were there? What was the number?
14,000.
Very good, very good. Okay, so a little before that, okay, what happens? Like they come to a forest, right? What was the forest name? Lord Lakshmana, Sita, and Rama.
Before our first was Chitrakut, then they
Chitrakut, and then they came to
Dandakaranya.
Dandakaranya, and then they encountered how many rishis there totally? They encountered two rishis, three rishis, right? Who are the rishis? Remember, they went to different ashramas and they were staying throughout for 10 years, right? In different ashramas. So one is Agastya Muni, right? Second was Suti Krishna, right? And the third one was Sarbanga. Okay, there were three rishis and they also encountered Rakshasas. Who were they? Three Rakshasas. Apart from the two brothers, they encountered other Rakshasas. Remember, two could change their form and they were yeah, who were they? What was the name? What was the name of those Rakshasas? You remember Virada, right? Virada, and who was it? Who were the other two?
Two brothers,
Very
right?
good. And what did they do in the forest?
They used to enter one used to enter one used to change their form and serve Brahmana all the food.
Very good. Okay. And the other?
The one used to get into the food, and then whatever the Brahmana used to eat it, the brother used to go inside. Then
very good. Okay.
Brother used to ask, "Where are you?" And then the second one used to burst out of the Brahman's stomach, and the Brahmana would die.
Very good. Okay. So then, who killed these two Rakshasas? Who?
Agastya Muni.
Agastya Muni, correct. That's why they always scared to go to Agastya Muni's ashrama, right? That's why Rama couldn't find Agastya Muni's ashrama. That's why he kept like searching. And who helped Lord Rama, like spot Agastya Muni's ashrama? Which Muni told him the directions to Agastya Muni's ashrama? Who?
Mataji Suti Krishna.
Very good, Suti Krishna, right? Okay. So we can continue after this. Okay, so where did we stop? We stopped at the place where there is a war between, the war had gotten over, right? Where Kara dies, right? Kara was the older brother and his younger brother was Dusana, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So now what happens after the war is broken? Okay, we saw, I think, till the place where again, Ravana comes to Marichi, right? And then he requests Marichi, but initially Marichi will refuse, right, to fight against Rama because he has already fought with Rama, right? So what happens? What does Marichi say to Ravana?
Marichi says that I have already gone to a like a fight when Kara and Dushan were killed. That time somehow I escaped,
Yeah.
but Ram and Ram, Lakshman and Ram is very strong. That individually he was killing all the Rakshasas.
Very
So
good.
that's why I don't want to go in front of him. I know I will be killed for sure.
Correct, yeah. But then, like Ravana will not get convinced. So he will say, "You will either die in my hands if you don't come," right? So Maricha will decide that it's rather better in, like, dying in the hands of Lord Rama than dying in the hands of Ravanasura. Okay, so he will agree. So from here we see. Okay, now what happens? Ravanasura will have a golden chariot, right? Now like whose chariot was that? And what was the chariot called? Ravana's chariot was called
Pushpak Viman.
Pushpak Viman. And who was Pushpak Viman was not Ravanasura's. Whose was it? Kubera. Okay, very good. Kubera. It was Kubera's. Okay. So when Ravanasura fought with Kubera, he took over both the Pushpaka Viman and also the whole Lanka. Okay, the golden Lanka. So now what happens in that Viman? Okay, Ravanasura both. Okay, along with Maricha. Okay, and they go to this place. Okay, where Lord Rama's cottage was there. Okay, as soon as they go, like Maricha changes into this golden deer. Okay, not only is he like golden in color, but he has like silver spots, like around his whole body, and then he's also decorated with lot of jewels, and his tail is like a rainbow color. It's so beautiful. Like that was the most beautiful deer ever. Okay, it was so beautiful. Okay, that even heavenly planets didn't have such a beautiful deer. Okay, so now what happens? Like Maricha in this form of a deer, okay, he wants to grab the attention of Sita Devi, right? So Sita Devi is actually plucking some flowers, okay, and then Maricha comes in the form of a deer and he's flaunting in front of Sita Devi, okay, he's bending, he's acting like a pet, okay, he's trying to come near Sita Devi. Now what happens is Sita Devi will go running to Lord Rama and call Rama and Lakshmana outside. Okay, so they both come out. As soon as they come out, Sita Devi points out to this deer. Okay, see, I really want this deer. Okay, it's so beautiful. I want it as a pet. But if you're not able to capture it alive, at least bring me the deer. Okay, so that we can use the deer skin. Okay, so saying this way, she requests Lord Rama to bring. Now, Lord Rama is also very happy because generally Sita Devi doesn't wish for anything. Okay, till now Sita Devi hasn't asked anything to Lord Rama. Okay, the first time she asked, it's for this magical deer. So what happens? Lakshmana, okay, I think you can see in this picture. Okay, he's not very happy with this. Okay, he's very doubtful. He's like, such a kind of deer doesn't exist even in the heavenly planet. I think this is some kind of Maya. Okay, so I don't think we need to fall a trap of this because we live in the jungle. Okay, so there is any way to allure us. So I don't think we're supposed to go behind this deer. Then Lord Rama will tell Lakshmana that, see, let me go. Sita Devi has first time asked me for something, so I really want to fulfill it. Okay, if I can capture the deer, okay, I will bring it to Sita Devi as a pet. But in the process, okay, when I try to kill it or something, if it is some kind of demon, the demon will die. So both ways it's beneficial. Okay, so I will just go behind this deer and get it for Sita Devi. So saying like this, Rama asks Lakshmana to stay guard. Okay, and he'll tell Lakshmana to not leave Sita Devi, and he will come back, okay, after he catches the deer alive or dead. Okay, so saying this, Lord Rama starts entering into the jungle. Now Maricha, okay, he has this magical trick, right? He can change forms a lot. At the same time, he also can imitate voices. Exactly, yeah. So what happens is he's running into the dense forest and he's appearing and disappearing. So like this, almost 2 hours had gone, okay, where Marichi is luring Lord Rama into the forest. Okay, he's appearing and he's disappearing. And when Rama was about to sit, okay, Marichi again appears like near. Now Rama starts getting suspicious, okay, that this thing is, I think it's some, magical Rakshasa. It's changing its form. So Rama will decide to kill and see, okay, to what happens. So what happens? He, strikes, okay, the arrow onto the body of the deer. So as soon as he strikes the arrow into the body of the deer, the original form of Maricha appears. Okay. Now Maricha knows that he is dead. So according to Ravana's plan, what Ravana says is, in the process of luring like Rama, if in case you die, then scream out for help. So Marichi will imitate Rama's voice and he will scream, "Oh Sita, oh Lakshmana, please come and save me." Okay. So as soon as Marichi's form is out, Rama knows, that Marichi has come and there's some kind of Rakshasa who's trying to harm Sita. So I need to run and go to the cottage. I just hope that, this voice will not, bring Lakshmana back to me, because I know Sita Devi and Lakshmana will be worried. Okay, in the meanwhile, what will happen is here, as soon as Sita Devi, she listens to the voice of Lord Rama screaming for help. Okay, so she asks Lakshmana to go, to go and help Lord Rama. But then Lakshmana will refuse, okay? And then Sita Devi will start, chastising and using harsh words on Lakshmana. She's like, you want your brother to die because, if your brother dies, then the whole kingdom and everything will become yours once you return. Otherwise, you want to enjoy here in the forest. That's why you are allowing your brother to go and get killed. You have no sympathy at all, okay? So she uses all kinds of harsh words on Lakshmana, okay? And Lakshmana, he's very soft-hearted, okay? At the same time, he's very responsible. He says, Mata, there's no one in this world, any Rakshasa that could actually be able to harm Lord Rama. So nothing will happen to him. Please don't, worry about it. But then now Sita Devi over here, okay, Prabhupada says that she is in such, delusion at this point that she's not, okay to hear about anything. All she wants to do is she wants him to go and save Lord Rama. Okay. She knows that Rama is so powerful, right? Even when Rama fought the 14,000 demons, he fought them all by himself, right? And Lakshmana was safeguarding Sita Devi. But at this point, okay, like Sita Devi was crying and chastising, and Lakshmana couldn't hear all this. And he told Devi, if I leave you now and go, you will not be here when we come back. Okay. And it is not my fault. Okay, I've already warned you and you're not listening to me, and your harsh words have really hurt my feelings. Okay, because I will never do such thing to you. You're like my mother. But still, as a command, I am leaving this place and I'm going to, help Lord Rama. Okay, so what happens? Lakshmana leaves. Now, I think all of you know the famous story of Lakshman Rekha, right? So, originally, Lakshman Rekha is not there in Valmiki Ramayana. Okay, Lakshman Rekha is more of Tulasidas Ramayana. Okay, so that is another version of Ramayana. But as of in Valmiki Ramayana, just Lakshmana will leave Sita Devi and go. Okay, there is no Lakshman Rekha. But in Tulasidas Ramayana, there's Lakshman Rekha. I think all of you know, right, what that means. Yeah, you know Lakshman Rekha?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, so where Lakshmana draws a circle around the hermitage of Sita Devi, and he says that do not cross this line, okay, whatever danger it may be. But this we'll not discuss because it's not there in the Valmiki Ramayana, okay. So now what happens? Praying to Sita Devi for her safety, okay, Lakshmana leaves the place and he knows that when they come back, Sita Devi is not going to be there because this is all a trap of Maya. Yes, Arohi.
Mataji, but why are both Ramayan different? With Ramayana should be one only, right? So how will we understand which one is
correct.
correct?
Yeah. So there are actually many versions, not one or two. There are like some thousands of versions, okay? Because it has happened in different kalpas. Okay. So example, like we have different yugas, right? Similarly, there are different kalpas. And in different kalpas, all these stories are going parallelly. Okay. So there are like 10 Ramayans going on in multiverse. We know, right? Like there's so many universe, right? Every universe has 14 lokas, right? And every 14
Yes.
lokas, there's one Bhuloka. So imagine how many universes are there and how many Ramayana and how many Mahabharata is going on, right? So different places, there are different writers in different kalpas. Okay, Tulsidas was one of them. Even there's an Hanuman Ramayana, okay, where Hanuman says his version of Ramayana, okay? So there's so many Ramayans like this, not one or two. Even like Veda Vyasa had written a Ramayana. So there's so many versions of Ramayana and everything is different, okay? And Ramayana is not the same. See, the starting and the ending and the characters are same, right? But the story in between keeps changing in every Ramayana. There are some new characters and there are some, different lines. In one Ramayana, Ravanasura even knows that he is demon. Okay, so he respectfully takes Sita and he knows that Rama should come and kill him. So there are different levels of realizations also. Okay. So in this, but Valmiki's Ramayana is considered the most authentic one, right? The other ones are like they're also authentic, but we follow Valmiki's Ramayana. Okay, it is the closest
Mataji,
one. Yes.
Mataji, why is Valmiki's Ramayana more authentic?
It's because see, first of all, Tulasi Das and everyone, they when they wrote Ramayan, the Ramayan was not going on. You understand, right? The story was not, and they were not present in time. Even Veda Vyas, when they all write the scriptures, okay, they imagine, okay, and they foresee, right? That's how they write. But Valmiki was present, right? They lived in Valmiki's ashrama during their vanavas, and even in Uttarakanda, when everything gets over, and when Sita Devi returns as a pregnant woman, she comes back to Valmiki's ashrama. So Valmiki was gifted that because Sita Devi and Rama were in association with him, he got the blessing to write the Ramayana in their association. So that's why Valmiki's Ramayana is considered more authentic, because he was there, he could see, he could witness, and he also meditated upon them. So he has their blessings. That's why.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, now what happens is saying like this, okay, Lakshmana leaves Sita Devi and goes in search of Lord Rama. Okay, now what happens parallelly, we can see a person, okay, Ravanasura disguises himself, okay, as a Rishi. Okay, so he's dressed in saffron clothes, his hair is matted, and then he carries, like he's wearing wooden slippers, and he's carrying like pot, to bake some rice, okay, from Sita Devi. Okay, so what happens is he comes into the hermitage of Sita Devi, and and then he starts praising Sita Devi. He's like, what, like, a beautiful woman like you, what are you doing in this forest? You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be in some palace or something, So why are you here? And who is your husband? Such an irresponsible husband. How can he leave his wife like this and go? But Sita Devi didn't scold, this Brahmana, because he was a Brahmana, right? She's not supposed to scold. What she does is she gives some water and everything to to Ravanasura, who's in disguise. And she asks him to, like, clean his feet and everything, and she starts serving the food, okay, to him, okay, in his vessel. Now what happens is Ravanasura, he's not able to take this. Okay, so what happens is he suddenly asks Sita Devi, who are you, Devi? Tell me about yourself. Now Sita Devi introduces herself, right? She's Sita, and she is the daughter of who? Sita is the daughter of
Janaka.
Janaka of Mithila. Okay, and she says that when I was 6 years old, I got married to my husband Rama. Okay, so Sita Devi was 6 years old, okay, when she was married to Lord Rama. And she says that, because of, so she narrates the whole story of Kaikeyi and everything. And she's like, right now we are in Vanavas, okay, and we have come to this Dandakaranya forest, okay, and we are residing here for the last 10, I think 11 years by now, okay, last 11 years. So saying this and everything, now Ravanasura, he will not be able to control his emotions, okay, because he was so mesmerized with the beauty of Sita that he appears as a Rakshasa, and he introduces himself. Actually, I'm not a Brahmana, I'm the king of Rakshasas, my name is Ravanasura, and even the whole demigods and everyone are so scared of me, and I have all the wealth, I'm also Kubera's, half brother, and I have acquired the Lanka. So he starts boosting himself, okay, and he says that if you come with me, I will make you my primary queen, okay, and I will give you all the wealth and everything, and you'll not be left in a jungle like this. But hearing all this, Sita Devi is not tempted, okay, because she's like, I have Lord Rama, and Lord Rama is my husband, and I'm very devoted to him, so please, don't do this. But after saying all this also, she say Ravanasura is very like he becomes very arrogant, okay, and he starts like, you have to come with me. If you don't come willingly, I will forcefully take you. And Sita Devi will say, even if you take me, like, Rama will come and kill you. So there is no way. So like this, there's an argument going on between Sita Devi. Though Sita Devi is speaking very boldly, okay, she's very scared inside, right? Because she knows that, this Rakshasa is very powerful. So now what happens? Ravana loses all his patience, okay, by this time. So with a fit of rage, what he does is he holds Sita Devi by her hair, okay, and he drags her into the chariot, and they fly, okay, like he flies in his golden and the Pushpaka Vimana, okay, he flies in that golden chariot. And from there, Sita Devi is screaming, okay, Rama, Rama, Lakshmana, Lakshmana, please come and help me, okay. And then in this fit, okay, all her jewels, the kind of pearl accessories and her flower garlands, which was gifted by Anasuya, right? So all of them, they start falling. okay, in the ground. So like this, they go to some distance, okay. She is, trying to, free herself from the clutches of Ravanasura, but this doesn't happen. Now this loud screaming of Sita Devi, her crying and everything, wakes who? Wakes Jatayu, okay, who is sleeping near the province. So what happens, as soon as Jatayu, sees, he can see that Ravanasura and he can see Sita and she's crying, okay. So what happens, Jatayu goes and he challenges Lord Ravanasura. Okay, now Jatayu over here, okay, just for context, okay, he's 60,000 years old. So he's very old. Jatayu is like very old, okay, and he doesn't have any kind of weapons. Okay, all he has is his like mighty wings and everything. Whereas Ravana, he's very youthful, okay, and he has so many weapons and his 10 heads and his 20 arms and everything. So now what happens? He challenges Ravanasura. Okay, he says that you're not supposed to kidnap a married woman. Okay, you're not supposed to do that. So you return Sita Devi, I will spare your life, but if you don't, I will fight you to death. Okay, so saying this, a fight starts between Ravanasura and Jatayu. Okay, so first Jatayu attacks the Pushpaka Vimana. Okay, and then the Vimana falls down and it shatters into pieces. Okay, and after that, what happens? Like a land battle is going on between Ravanasura and Jatayu. Okay, so what happens? They're fighting, and Jatayu kind of takes the lead because he knows how to fight better. Okay, eventually, but as he is old, okay, he gets exhausted very fast. Okay, and then what happens? Ravanasura, like he kind of flies into the sky, and the mid-air battle will also start. And this time he takes the opportunity and he cuts off the wings of Jatayu. Okay, you can see over here, right? You can see both land and air. So what happens is he cuts the wings of Jatayu. So Jatayu is there. Okay, now he's almost half dead. Okay, and he's holding on to his life just to inform Lord Rama. Actually, Jatayu is supposed to die on the spot. Okay, but he's holding on to his life so that he can give this message saying that Ravanasura has taken Sita Devi to the south direction. Okay. Yes, Arohi. I'm sorry, Arohi, I can't hear you. Your voice is not audible, Arun. Can you speak a bit louder? Yes.
So Jatayu started fighting with Ravana because did he know that this is Ram's wife and Ravana is kidnapping her, or
Yeah, he knows, right? Because he's seen Sita Devi, right? When they entered Dandakaranya, we see, right, Rama meets Jatayu and they introduce each other, and Jatayu promises, right? Jatayu says that like he's a friend of Dasharatha Maharaj, right? When they enter into the forest, they introduce and he will promise Lord Rama, all I can do is I can like guard when you're not there in the hermitage. I will take guard of Sita and I will protect her, right? This is what he says, right? So that's why he's in and around the area, safeguarding them from any kind of rakshasas, or he keeps warning them. So we see that in the like in the start of Aranya Kanda, right? Now we are almost at the end. So Jatayu knows, and see, anyone knows, whoever sees Ravanasura, everyone knows he's a rakshasa, okay, because he has 10 heads, right? So it's very it's very obvious. And Ravanasura has another thing. Even if you cut one of his arm or one of his head, it regrows for him. So there is no kind of end to all this. So what happens now? The battle goes on, and Jatayu's wings are cut, and he is lying on the ground. In the meanwhile, Rama is just he sees all kinds of bad omens. Okay, there are dark clouds in the sky. His left eye, okay, is twitching. Twitching means like it's like going up and down. Okay, so all kind of bad signs are coming. Okay, and he knows that something is wrong. Okay, and he feels like either some rakshasa would have eaten Sita Devi, or someone would have done some kind of harm for Sita Devi. So, and he's just hoping that Lakshmana would have stayed there and he didn't come in search of Lord Rama, hearing to Marichi's voice. So hoping like this, Rama runs, okay. Rama runs and he comes to the place where he sees Lakshmana coming. And he asks Lakshmana, why did you leave Sita Devi's side and you come? Like, how can you do this? How can you leave her and come? You promised me that you'll not leave. And then Lakshmana explains in the situation, okay, that, Sita Devi has chastised him with such harsh words. But still, Rama, at one point, he's very sad. And at the same time, he's very angry at Lakshmana. He's very angry, okay. He's like, you have not fulfilled your duties, as my brother, you're supposed to be here safeguarding. Now, I'll ask you all question, okay? Now, Rama and Sita, okay, were drawn by Marichi's disguise, right? Whereas Lakshmana warned them. Now, what made Lakshmana more intelligent in this situation? How did Lakshmana know that it was not an actual deer, but it was like some kind of Maya? And why didn't Lord Rama and Sita not realize it? Yes, Vishwajit?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
because he thought there was no such golden deer.
Yeah, Lakshmana thought there's no such golden deer, right? Correct. But why did Rama become illusional? Why did Rama and Sita become illusional? Yes, Vanshi?
Mataji, Ram and Sita didn't get it because Sita wanted the deer so much that Ram also got bewildered by Sita's desires, and thus he also believed that it was a real deer.
Very good. Okay. Yes, Arohi, what do you think? Yes. Arohi, I'm sorry, I'm not able to hear. Can you increase your phone volume?
Mataji.
Yes.
Mataji.
Ah.
I think so that it was a leela that everything is anyways a leela that Ravan has to kidnap Sita to have the end of Ravan's life. So that's why at that point only Lakshman understood, and Ram made him in such situation that he would not understand himself.
Good. So over here, Lakshmana's only duty was to protect Rama and Sita, right? Nothing else. He didn't even sleep, right? So he left everything. So over here, Lakshmana is not bewildered by anything because he's always on guard, right? Because his duty is to protect his, brother and his sister-in-law. So he's always subconsciously also he's very aware of what is going around him, right? So he's very aware, he's on guard. But over here, what happens is Sita Devi, first of all, she's goddess of wealth. Okay, she doesn't like how Arohi said it's a leela, right? So the killing of Ravanasura should happen. Okay, and there is a way of killing. So killing of Ravanasura is not so easy. For one is because the bones he had got from Brahma, right? So he can only be killed by a human or by monkeys. Second thing is he's also a Brahmana. He's a half Brahmana. Okay, because he was born for a Muni, right? His mom was a Rakchashi, but his father was a Muni. He was a Rishi. So it is also, you have to, like, when you're killing a Brahmana, he had to go against the religious principles to kill someone. Okay. So there's some of the rules, like, of how to kill a person, right? So Ravanasura can only be killed when he goes against the religious principle, which is kidnapping someone's wife, right? That's not right. That's going against religious principles. So this Leela has happened in such a way that Sita gets attracted to the deer. Okay, because she didn't even get attracted to the kingdom, right? She left everything for Lord Rama. Okay, so like how Arohi said, it's a part of a Leela that for greater good, okay, this is supposed to happen. Yes, Vanshi.
Mataji, in Bhagavad Gita it is written there are 6 kinds of aggressors. Yes, so in that one is written one who kidnaps a wife, one who sets fire to the house, and one who poison giver, and one who slays Brahmana. But here in the it is no sin incurred when such aggressors are killed. Ravan was one such aggressor because he kidnapped Rama's wife, so there was no sin incurred by Lord Rama when he killed Ravan.
Very good. Okay, in Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, verse number 47. Okay, it talks about the 6 kinds of aggressors. Okay, so if you kill any one of the 6 kinds of aggressors, it's not a sin. Okay, so basically Krishna takes this example saying that, telling to Arjuna that if you kill any one of this kind of 6 aggressors, okay, it's not a problem. Okay, someone who snatches someone's kingdom, okay, who sets fire, right? All the Kauravas did this. Same way, like how Vanshi had told, Ravanasura is kidnapping Sita Devi. So now Rama has all the power and all the right dharmic way to kill Ravanasura. Okay, so now what happens after, Ravana takes Sita and he goes away. And in the meanwhile, Ravanasura, they cross all these the ocean, right? To go to Lanka, they have to cross the ocean, right? They cross the ocean and they go to Lanka. Over there, like Ravanasura takes Sita Devi to all the Rakshashis, all the female Rakshashis, and he will tell her, watch over Sita, be very careful, make sure no one looks at her, give her all kinds of jewelry, good food, nice clothes to wear, and whatever she wants, okay? And don't you dare, say a bad word, or kind of lay your hands on her. If you do, I will kill you all myself. Okay, saying like this, Ravanasura will appoint 8 Rakshasas, okay, to go and spy on Lord Rama. Okay, so he will say that this Rama doesn't seem like an ordinary human being because he kills 14,000 of my Rakshasa army. So what you do, you go to this, like, do you remember where Rama fought with Kara? What was the place name? Janasthana. Okay, so he fought with Kara in the place called Janasthana. Okay, so over there, what happens? He tell them to go to Janasthana and spy on Lord Rama. Okay, to see, is he like a normal human or is he like a devata or some kind, to go and see. But Ravanasura doesn't ask them to go kill, okay, because Ravanasura still thinks that Rama is an ordinary human being at this point. Okay, so saying this, after giving the commands, he sends the 8 Rakshasas, and then he goes to Sita Devi again. Okay, and now he forces Sita Devi to come with him to give a tour of the whole Lanka. Right, Lanka. What is Lanka made of? And who was the designer of Lanka? Gold. Good.
Gold.
Yes, Vanshi. Who designed Lanka?
Lanka was designed by the heavenly architect Vishwakarma.
Very good. Okay, what else did Vishwakarma design? Golden Lanka. Anything else?
Yes, Mataji. Vishwakarma also designed the demigods' palaces also. And
Okay.
like the palaces, Sri Lanka was also studded with rubies, gemstones and jewels on it with gold.
Yes, the thing is, they say that Lanka was so beautiful that when the sun shines, okay, all the palaces, domes used to reflect back the sunshine because they all had jewels, on them. Apart from this, Vishwakarma also designed Dwaraka, right? You all know, right? Dwaraka. Even that was designed by Vishwakarma. Okay, so he was the architect. Yes, Arohi. Your volume again, I think it's down again. Arohi.
The same thing.
Yeah, correct. Okay. So, it was like, Lanka was so good in wealth. Like, the whole palaces were gold. They used to reflect. Even at night, okay, you could see Lanka from a very far distance, okay, because it was always glowing. So, like this, what happens? Ravanasura will go around the palace. He will show all his wealth, okay. He just wants to impress Sita Devi. And he says that if you are willing, okay, and if you can always be my primary queen, okay. You're so beautiful, you're the most beautiful among all my queens, so you will become the queen of this Lanka, okay. So and you will be the mistress of all this wealth, so why don't you surrender on to me. So saying all this, Sita gets disguised, I mean disgusted, okay, and she kind of covers her face and everything and she starts crying, okay. And Ravanasura said, see, I've never bowed in front of a woman, okay, but I bow in front of you. Okay, so please accept me. And he tries to like convince Sita in a very loving way, okay, at this point. But what he doesn't remember is when he got Sita, he pulled her with the hair, right? So does anyone know anyone who actually did the same thing? Who pulled?
Mataji.
Yes.
Dushasan, he pulled Draupadi with her hair.
Very good. Yes. One more example also there is there. Who pulls? Yes, Vanshi.
Mataji, in some pastime, the Draupadi's hair,
Is pulled?
Dushasan.
Yeah,
Yes.
correct. And then one more pastime, Krishna's pastime this is. Yes, Arohi.
Rams actually. Then Shatrughna pulls Manthara's hair, like hair.
Yeah, okay, correct. Okay, that is one we can say. But in Krishna's pastime, Devaki's brother, who is he?
Kamsan.
Kamsa,
The
correct.
Kamsa pulls Devaki's hair.
Exactly. Yeah, Kamsa pulls Devaki's
The
hair.
voice from the Akashvani came that child which will be born to your sister will kill you.
Good. Okay, so where we can see this past time. See in so we see them in Mahabharat. Okay, we see them in Krishna Leela, right? So this happening. So it is not a right thing. Okay, so whoever did this, what happened to them? They all died, right? In the hands of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? So they all died. So already over here, the Ravana's future is predicted. As soon as he held Sita Devi's hair, it is already predicted that he's going to die, right? Anyways, he's going to die. Now, what happens? He shows all the whole Lanka, and Lanka had 32 crores Rakshasas, in Lanka. 32 crore Rakshasas were there, okay? And personally, 1,000 Rakshasas were serving a Ravanasura, okay, inside the palace. So saying less, he's showing Sita Devi everything, but Sita Devi doesn't agree. So now Ravanasura gets very angry and he tells this to Sita Devi. He'll be like, I will give you 12 months. Okay, how many months? 12 months, okay, for you to surrender, okay. But if you don't, at the end of the time, I will kill you. Okay, so Ravanasura will say this: if you don't surrender on to me, I will kill you. But till then, till then, he will not kind of force her into anything. Okay, but he'll come and he'll always keep praising himself and praising Sita Devi. So he keeps doing this. So what happens? He tells all the Rakshasi attendants, okay, to transfer Sita Devi to where? Yes, very good. The Ashok Vanika. Okay, so they go to that. So he asks all the Rakshasis to take Sita Devi over there, and he will ask them to always keep praising Ravanasura, okay, in front of Sita Devi, and try to convince her, to get attracted to Ravana. So like this, they bring Sita Devi, and the Ashoka, this place, okay, is filled with lot of flowers and fruits and everything, okay. But what happens, because of the pressure of the Rakshasis, Sita Devi faints. Okay, Sita Devi faints on the spot. Now, what happened? Lord Brahma, okay, from up, he's seeing this and he calls Indra. Okay, he calls Indra and he says to Indra that Ravanasura has captured Sita Devi. So soon he will die. So our mission, okay, of the birth of the avatara of Lord Rama is going to be fulfilled. But the thing is, I don't think Sita Devi will survive. Okay, because she's in danger at this if she goes on like this, she might die with hunger. So he asks Indra to disguise himself and go there and give this heavenly sweet rice, okay, to eat, for Sita Devi to eat. So what happens? Indra Devi, okay, he takes Nidra Devi. You know, right, who Nidra Devi is? The goddess of sleep, right? Yeah, so what happens? He takes them and he puts all the Rakshasis to the sleep. Okay, and Indra goes and he gives this sweet rice to Sita Devi. And he says that if you eat this, okay, you will never feel hungry. You will never feel any thirst and your body will not feel weak, okay, for many and many years. So please take this, okay, so that, you don't have to eat. Because imagine, okay, what kind of food will Rakshasas eat? You tell me. Yeah, correct. Animals. Yeah, animal meat. Okay, all this. And Sita Devi is what? Yeah, good. Vanshi, yes.
Mataji, Rakshas also kill people sometimes and they eat the onion, garlic and meat and flesh and all that sorts of things.
Yes, correct, right? So very disgusting. They also eat human beings, right? So obviously Sita Devi is what? She's a vegetarian, okay? She's not going to eat all of this, okay? And second thing is the Rakshasas, they don't have anything like God, right? So they don't worship God. So all of this is not there. So Indra Brahma considers all this and he sends this sweet rice, okay, to with Indra and Sita Devi. How does Sita Devi accept the rice? Also, there's a story, okay? So first she asks Indra to show his original form. Okay, so Indra doesn't come in his original form. Okay, he comes in a disguise. So slowly she sees, okay, that his body is floating. So always remember, demigods never land on earth. Okay, they always float a little bit, and they have the celestial garland. Okay, which is very shiny and transparent. Yes, Vanshi.
Mataji, what did Indra disguise himself as?
Brahmana. He disguised himself as a Brahmana. Okay,
Oh,
because
I got it.
because anything Brahmana gives people accept, right, normally. But over here, Sita Devi has a very unpleasant experience with Brahmana because Ravanasura has disguised himself as a Brahmana and he had come, right? So she's very scared of Brahmanas at this point. Okay, so she asks Indra to show his original form. He does. Okay, and she will confirm that he's a celestial being, Indra. Okay, so after this, what happens is that
Yes.
Indra will give the sweet rice and Sita Devi will accept. Okay, as soon as she accepts, Sita Devi gains lot of strength and she has hope that Rama will come and kill Ravanasura and take her. Okay, now what happens in the meanwhile? Okay, this side. Okay, now Marichi is dead, right? Now Rama meets Lakshmana and they come to the hermitage and they cannot find Sita. Okay, they're looking everywhere. They're not able to find Sita. So now what happens is Rama goes into the deep forest. Okay, he asks the trees, he asks the rivers, because everything is like all the trees are like, you know, moving heavily, the wind is blowing, the rivers are gushing, you know, all kind of bad kind of symptoms are going everywhere. Okay, so like this, you know, they keep walking into the forest, deep and deep inside the forest. Okay, then what happens is they encounter a deer, okay, near the Godavari river. And the deer, okay, animals can't talk, right? So the deer points towards the south direction with its face. Okay, it starts showing to the south direction. Okay, so like this, Lakshmana will figure out, so maybe the deer is pointing towards this side, so let us head to south. Okay, so as they are going towards the south side, okay, they see this big, huge, you know, footprints of like a Rakshas's footprints. Okay, and they see a small like footprints, and Lakshmana will figure that it is Sita Devi's footprints, because Lakshmana always used to look at Sita Devi's feet. Okay, now seeing this, now Rama is even more scared, because first he thought someone would have taken Sita, right? But after seeing this huge Rakshas's footprints, like how Vanshi had told, at that point Rakshasas used to kill human beings, right? So they are, Rama would have thought some Rakshasas, okay, there was a fight between two Rakshasas, and you know, they were fighting for Sita Devi, who to eat. And at last, you know, they ate Sita Devi. This was what Rama will think at this point. Okay, so as they go, they see this huge, you know, bird from the back. Okay, and then what happens? Yeah, exactly. They go near, and Rama thinks that this is one of the demon who has eaten Sita and he's sleeping. He's taking rest. Okay, but as he goes near to the bird, okay, he sees that it is Jatayu. Okay, and Jatayu's wings, you know, were cut and blood was gushing out of his hands and everything. And Jatayu is almost in the verge of dying. And Jatayu tells that there's this demon called Ravanasura, and he has kidnapped your wife Sita, and he has taken, you know, her to Lanka. Okay, and the Lanka is towards this side. Jatayu will not say Lanka because he doesn't know, okay, the name. He just says that they have, like he's headed towards the south direction. So saying this, Jatayu will almost, you know, he'll be in the verge of death. And Rama will be like, I feel more sad for Jatayu, who has actually given up his life, right? For me, he has fought with Ravanasura, though how many years old was Jatayu?
60,000.
60,000
Mataji
years.
60,000 years old, very old.
Very old, 60,000 years old, and he had no weapons, right? So in spite of this condition also, he served Lord Rama. So saying this, Jatayu passes in the arms of Lord Rama. Okay, you can see in this picture, right? So now what happens? Lord Rama takes up the duty of a son. Okay, and he arranges for a cremation, right? Where they burn the body. So doing so, Jatayu, he earns the celestial, you know, a planet where he goes to the adobe of the Lord. Okay, now, like listening to the message of Jatayu, okay, Rama and Lakshmana head to the south direction. Okay, as they are going towards the direction, they encounter a Rakshasa. Okay, this Rakshasa is huge. Okay, does anyone know who this Rakshasa is? Yes, Arohi, volume, I'm sorry.
Mataji,
Yes.
it had very long arms.
Arms, good. Okay.
Will wonder what is this, and then they'll cut the hands of it, then burn the demon. Then it will become a Gandharva.
Gandharva. Okay. Any idea of what the Rakshasa's name was?
Kadamba.
Kadamba, correct. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. I think Gaurangi, right? Yeah. Gaurangi, can you repeat the name?
Kadamba.
Gadamba. Okay, so remember the Rakshasha's name. Okay, the Rakshasha's name is Gadamba. Okay, so now what happens? How does this Gadamba look? I think you can see in this image, right? It has one eye in the middle of the body. It doesn't have a head. Okay, on the chest, it has an eye and lips in the same, and his hands are so long. Okay, so what happens is they encounter this Rakshasa, and with its long arms, okay, the Rakshasa captures both both Rama and Lakshmana. Okay, and this way, there's a small fight that goes on, and Rama will, cut the right hand of the demon, and Lakshmana will cut the left hand. As soon as it cuts, this Rakshasa will ask, "Who are you people? You're not normal, like men. You're very powerful. Who are you?" And Rama introduces, saying, "I'm Lord Rama and Lakshmana." After saying this, the Rakshasa Gadamba, he will be like, "Actually, I know you. I've been waiting all my life for you. I'm actually cursed by who? Who curses this Gadamba? Who curses him? Yes?
Mataji, what did you say?
Indradev.
Indradev, correct. Who curses Kadamba? Kadamba was cursed by Indra. Okay. The curse actually started with Kadamba was actually like how Arohi said, he was a celestial being. Okay. And he has this boon from Lord Brahma, saying that he will live a very, very long life. Okay. So knowing that he will live a long life, he went for a war with Indra, okay, to have the Indra Loka. So that time what happens, Indra, when he defeats him, he cuts off the Rakshasa's head and he merges it, okay, and he sends him back to the earth, okay, as a, because he cannot kill, right? Because Brahma has granted him a wish that he will live for a very, very long time. Yes, Vanshi?
Mataji, when Brahma had told Gadamba that he will live for very long life, then why did Gadamba fight a war with Indra to win Indraloka?
So that Indra cannot kill Kadamba, right? And even if he does, Kadamba will not die, right? Because he has a very long life, right? So he thought Indra also only till he takes Amrita, okay, he can live. Okay, and if he doesn't take Amrita, he will perish, right? Even all demigods are like this. Without Amrita, they can't live for long. So as this Kadamba had got this boon, he wants to take Indradipatyam, right? He wants the power of Indra now. He's already got the life. Now, he's like, let me get the power also. This is what happens, when you wish for more than you want, it will reflect to your destruction, right? That is the lessons we learn from Ramayan.
I got it, Mataji.
Very good.
I got it, Mataji.
So now what happens is, so this demon, okay, he tells the story that now Indra has sent me over here and I have been eating, Rakshasas and even people over here, okay, in this disguise. Now please, release me from this. But before I could get released, another Rishi had come, okay, and he had also cursed me. Now what is this Rishi curse? Indra was just like, if you see Lord Rama and Lakshmana, you will become a celestial being again. But then the Rishi curse that you have to be cremated by Lord Rama, okay, to attain your celestial body again. So saying this, okay, he requests Lord Rama to bury him, okay, into the thing and cremate him. So now Lord Rama will accept and he'll ask, but you have to tell me who this Rakshasa Ravana is, because I don't know anything about him. Okay, so you have to tell me who he is. So in this way, like, I will know about him, so I'll be prepared, to fight with him. So, but the demon will say, I don't know who Ravanasura is, but I know a person who can guide you, okay, to Ravana. So saying like this, Lord Rama and Lakshmana go and do cremation of this, Rakshasa, Kadamba. And Kadamba, from the fire, you can see, right, he raises as a Gandharva, okay. So after this, who does this Kadamba guide him to? Does anyone have any idea?
Mataji,
Yes.
I think so. Sugriv, Hanuman, and
Very good. Very good. Okay. So now what happens is he introduces saying that there is a person in the monkey kingdom. Okay. And he was previously the king of monkeys and he was called Sugriva. But later he was exiled by his brother. Who was he?
Vali.
Vali. Yes. So he was exiled by his brother Vali, who was the son of Indra. Okay. And Sugriva was the son of? Sugriva was the son of Surya. Okay. Son of Surya. So what happens? So you can go to him and he knows the whole province very well. Okay. Does anyone know where this monkeys everyone lived?
In cave. Cave.
Where?
In a cave.
In a cave. In a cave.
In a cave, Mataji.
Correct. Any kind of, yes, Vanshi? Any idea of the location?
Mataji, the monkeys live in the southern portion just above Lanka, so they know Lanka very well, and thus they can guide Lord Rama to Ravan and his whole kingdom Lanka.
Okay, it was somewhere between Kishkinda. I think all of you know the name, right? Kishkinda.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
and the
Kishkinda.
lake was called Pampa. Okay, Pampa River. Okay, it's a big, huge lake. Okay, and the mountain, the specific mountain that like Sugriva was sent was called Rashyamukha mountain. So they lived in that mountain. We'll also discuss that story in next class. Okay, like why was he only supposed to live on that mountain? Okay, we'll just end this Aranya Kanda. Okay, so now what happens after this? Okay, sorry, someone is drawing on the screen. Okay. Now what happens is he also says that on the way, okay, you go to this Matanga Rishi's ashrama, okay, and there will be an old woman over there. Okay, her name is what? Shabari. Yeah, you go to her ashrama and you will meet Shabari over there. Okay, go to her. Okay, because she's been waiting for you for a very long time. Okay, so go to her, and from there you can go to the Lake Pampa, and you can meet Sugriva. Okay, and the 4 other monkeys. Yes, Vanshi.
Mataji, the sage who was saying that when Shabri's foot was hurt by the stone and blood was flowing into the Hampa river, at that time, what did Lord Rama do?
So what happens is when her blood was flowing through the river, okay, as soon as like Lord Rama steps into it, the river gets purified again, right? So even the rishi gets embarrassed by his actions. Okay, even though he was born as a brahmana. Okay, right? Shabari was the daughter of a hunter. Remember, right? So she comes from a very low family, right? So and you remember why Shabari actually escaped from the marriage? Yes, Vanshi, why did Shabari escape from her marriage?
Her hunter father had killed 100 animals for her wedding, and she had not yet killed, but he had tied them up to the hut, and in the dead of the night Shabri escaped as she didn't want the poor animals to die for her wedding, and she said to herself that I will set these animals free and not marry.
Yeah, good. So Shabari was about to get married, okay, and the marriage was arranged by her father, okay, and she didn't, as a sacrifice for a marriage, they normally kill, the hunter's family kills, few hundred of animals as a gift. Yeah, exactly. So now what happened is Shabari was a very kind-hearted woman, though she was a hunter's daughter. So she escaped from the marriage so that she could save the lives of the 100 animals, okay. So doing like this, she went to different ashramas to take shelter. Okay, but no ashrama gave her a place. Okay, because she was from a low, she was below than Shudra, the hunters, right? So from a very low class family, and also the other hermitage sages didn't accept her because she came from a hunter's family. But this Matanga Rishi, okay, he accepted Shabari because Matanga Rishi knew the true intention of Shabari, and he also adopted Shabari as a daughter. But when Matanga Rishi one day he calls Shabari and he says that I'm going to depart from this world. Okay, I've become old, my time has come. So you please take care of this ashrama. And there'll be this supreme personality called Lord Rama who will come. And after you meet him, you can also leave this, planet. Okay, and you can go to Brahmaloka. So saying this, the Matanga Rishi will go, and from that day, every day, Shabari, she makes a flower path. See, remember when Matanga Rishi passed away, Shabari was a very young girl. Okay, she was about like somewhere between 12 to 16 years or something. So from that time, right now Shabari is very old. Yes, Arohi? Yes, yes.
So if so when Shabri used to live with her father who was a hunter, that time what age was she when her father told about her marriage? What?
The age is not mentioned, but olden days, you saw, right? Sita Devi got married when she was 6 years old, right? So just assume that, when they were young, they used to get married very early. 6 to 10 was more, right? Not more than that. So she was very young. They used to have child marriage back in those days. So, yeah, they used to get married in a very, very young age. So what happened now? Shabari is waiting. Okay, she used to lay like a whole path of flowers, and every day she used to, pick these berries, taste them one by one and see which is ripe and which is not ripe, which is sweet and not sweet. Okay, so like this, so many years have passed, more than 50 years have passed, and at last, who comes? Lord Rama comes with Lakshmana to the ashrama, right? And Shabari is so overjoyed. Okay, see, imagine a person, okay, for almost more than 50 years of their life, okay, they've waited for Lord Rama every day in the same preparation. Every day she cooks, every day she goes and picks up the berries, every day she lays a flower path, and she's very old, right? So like this, what happens? Rama comes to Shabari's ashrama, okay, and he accepts all her offerings, okay. Even when Shabari, right, what she does is she bites the berry and she sees if it's sweet or not, and if it is sweet, she gives it to Lord Rama. Okay, but Lakshmana, okay, seeing all this, he doesn't like it. He's like, why, like,
He's
like,
disgusted.
yeah, he is disgusted. He's like, in the back of his mind, Rama is still a king for him, right? His brother is still a king, and he's eating the remnants of some old lady. So he doesn't like it. So when Sabari offers, like Lakshmana the berry, Lakshmana pretends to eat, but he throws it in the back. Okay, so from the seeds of many such trees will arise in the future. Okay, they say the story of that also. So like this, Rama offers all the offerings of Shabari with love and devotion. And what happens to Shabari? She leaves her body in the presence of Lord Rama, and she goes to Brahmaloka. Okay. So from here, Rama's journey to Pamba starts. Okay, where he'll meet Sugriva and everyone. Okay. Now, what is that Kanda's name? So now we finished Aranya Kanda. Okay, so this is the end of Aranya Kanda. Aranya Kanda ends with Shabari's story. Okay. And then what Kanda is next?
Kishkinda Kanda.
Yeah, good. Next is Kishkinda Kanda. Okay, Kishkinda Kanda followed by
Yuddha Kanda.
Sundara Kanda.
Sundara Kanda is the pastimes of Hanuman, right? Beautiful pastimes. We'll hear the most amazing stories of Hanuman and his Leela, how he'll go to Lanka, to give the ring and everything. From here, the story is very interesting, right? So it's very nice, and it's I think all of you would know, but we'll explore more, facts and everything. So all of you clear? No doubts?
Yes, Mataji.
All clear?
No, Mataji, no doubts.
No doubts. Okay, so we'll end the session. I think it's already time for the next session. Okay. I'm going to say the ending prayers. Okay. Vancha kalpatarubhya kripa sindhubhya eva Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Srimad Ramayanam Granth ki
Jai.
All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. See you all next week.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.